So far we've seen proportion, continued proportion, and now let's continue with studying about the properties of proportion. And a few new names that we're going to see now. Now understand this properties of proportion are only going to be applicable if we have something, if we have some terms in proportion. So if A upon B is equal to C upon D, only then, that is if A, B, C, D are in proportion, and then these properties are applicable. The first property is invertendo. It's basically just taking the reciprocal of the given ratios. So if A upon, for example, if I have 4 upon 3, which is equal to let's say 12 upon 9, if I was to apply invertendo, I could say 3 upon 4 is equal to 9 upon 12, right? It's basically just taking the reciprocal on both the sides. The next property we have is alternando, which is basically just the property of cross multiplication, right? So if we have A upon B is equal to C upon D, then if I cross multiply, if I cross B and C, I get A upon C is equal to B upon D, or if I cross A and D, I get D upon B is equal to C upon A. For example, basically is, if I'd explain with an example, if I have 4 upon 3 equal to 12 upon 9, again just like the previous case, and if I applied alternando, either I can alternate these two terms, 3 and 12, so this could be written as 4 upon 12 equal to 3 upon 9, or I could alternate these two terms, 4 and 9, and this could be written as 9 upon 3, right? Or this could be written as 9 upon 3 is equal to 12 upon 4. Right? This is a property of alternando, right? So moving on, our next property is componendo, right? Now the componendo is basically the procedure of adding 1 to each side of the equation, and what we get then is something of the format of numerator plus denominator upon denominator, right? So if I had to take an example for this as well, so continuing with our examples, suppose if I have again 4 upon 3 is equal to 12 upon 9, right? And if I were to apply a componendo over here, remember numerator plus denominator upon denominator, so numerator plus denominator upon denominator, 4 plus 3 upon 3 is equal to 12 plus 9 upon 9. Basically adding 1 to both the sides and solving by taking the LCM. That's what we end up with, right? So for componendo, what we did is we added 1 to both sides of the equation. The next property is known as dividendo, where we subtract 1 from each side of the equation, and in that case the new term, or the terms are in this format: numerator minus denominator upon denominator, right? So again, for example, if I have 4 upon 3 which is equal to 12 upon 9, and I was to apply dividendo, I would get it as 4 minus 3 upon 3, numerator minus denominator upon denominator, is equal to 12 minus 9 upon 9, numerator minus denominator upon denominator, right? So far we've seen 4 properties: invertendo, alternando, componendo, dividendo, right? This final property is the one which is the most important, or the one which is most commonly asked in our exams, which is componendo and dividendo, which is basically just the division of the componendo part and the dividendo part. So we end up with numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator, right? So this is what they ask most of the times in our exams. So again, for example, if I have 4 upon 3 equal to 12 upon 9, and I were to apply componendo or dividendo to this, remember numerator plus denominator divided by numerator minus denominator. So 4 plus 3 upon 4 minus 3 is equal to numerator plus denominator upon numerator minus denominator. So 12 plus 9 upon 12 minus 9, right? So these are the properties of proportion that we have. The next few sums that we're going to deal with are going to be the applications of these properties.